Barbecue, your go-to spot before, during, and after all the games. No need to cook on Friday. Meet before the game at Old Carolina, or grab a party pack and host the ultimate college or pro football party, featuring award-winning ribs, tender pulled pork, and jumbo smoked wings. We have options for all your pigskin pig-outs. Get more info at oldcarolina.com. Old Carolina Barbecue Company. Meet before the game.
Wake up with Canton's Morning News. Pam Cook reports all the news, traffic, and weather you need to get your day started. News Talk 1480 WHBC. Online at WHBC.com.
Back at Perry Stadium, our AltCare TV game of the week. Perry, after forcing a turnover on downs, has the football. And Leitner gets the carry for the Panthers, picks up maybe a yard to the 32. On first down.
Yeah, Nick Cianciola up in there. Did a good job of getting into that running lane quickly.
Well, they're going to give him 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers.
Well,
Dave
even though it
Sheets.
was done by penalties, I'm sorry, Dave, even though it was done by penalties, that's a good stop for Perry's defense. Central looked like they were headed to the end zone until we got the quarter break. Dave
Sheets, Mark Miller, Frank Salona, Bob Jeffries with you on our AltCare TV game of the week. Jaron Curtis with the carry, and he works it out near the 38. Picks up about 5 yards on 2nd down. So Perry with a 3rd down, and we'll call it 4.
Curtis with his hand right on the back of Max Millen, leading him up through there. Where you go, I go, big fella. Good job of gang tackling by the green and white.
Well, we're going to call it a 3rd down and 3 at the 38. 10.5 to go, first half.
It's a big play for Central. Get the ball back in decent field position if they can stop them.
Scurry has yet to attempt a pass tonight. Gives off to Curtis. And Curtis is cut down. He leans forward. They're going to mark it down just shy of the 40, but it is going to be 4th down and a yard.
Yeah, I think at the bottom of that pile was Cameron Johnson, number 60.
Yeah.
This is great defense here. Look at him fighting off the block. 60 made the hit there, and then it takes more than one guy to bring that big fella down. But they did get the stop. 4th and a yard. They're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, Perry's punt team comes out.
Or Coach Wakefield, the riverboat gambler he is, maybe a fake punt. I was joking.
Scurry, the quarterback, is the punter, and he boots a high kick. Fielded at the 22-yard line. And knocked down there right near the 20. On the return for the Crusaders is Nick Cianciola on that return. Yeah. Let's check in with Frank Salona down there on the sideline now. This report brought to you by SARTA. Let's check in with Frank as he takes a ride on the zero emissions bus. Frank?
All right, guys, thank you so much. Joining me now is the superintendent of schools, Scott Beatty. And Scott, we want to talk to you about this building behind us here. This is a new addition that just went in not too long ago. It's the Career and Wellness Center. Tell us about that, how it came about.
So when I first got here, we identified that there were many needs in the township, one for our community and also for our students. And we just had a lack of facilities. And we also really don't have a community center. So that was sort of the driving force. And there's also a Hall of Fame in there, which was important to honor Perry's traditions.
All right, and then as far as the funding and how that came about.
Well, we were fortunate enough through our PI money, permanent improvement, to use some of those dollars. We run a 2020 dinner every year. We had donations. We use state money through our Career Tech program because one of the key pieces in there is a culinary program. So we have our own restaurant. So we were able to get some Career Tech dollars by having that program.
All right, you piqued the interest of the guys in the truck when you said culinary. All right, thank you so much, Scott Beatty.
Thanks for having me.
All righty.
Thank you, Frank. That report brought to you by SARTA, and a sack a moment ago for Johnson.
Scrambled out of a deeper, bigger loss by Scurry, but still got sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
At the 21, Johnson going to run. He cuts it up inside and takes it out near the 24-yard line. Not a lot of room, but he picks up about 3.
Tackled by number 58, Mason Norris.
Well, he's the only guy in the backfield, and he's looking downfield, but I really think it was set up to be a run. And he got a couple, but now it's 3rd and long, and they're down and they're in. Got to be very careful here.
Third down and 7 now. Ball is at the 24-yard line for the Crusaders. Empty backfield. Johnson looks over the defense, drops back, looks, throws, and incomplete. He had pressure on him, and the pass was intended for number 25, Joe Roth. But again, big number 71, Vinny Scurry, was in his kitchen.
He sure was, and that made him throw it just a little bit before he wanted to. He had an open guy, but couldn't step into it and chuck it down there a little harder. Throw came up short.
Kyle Levengood is the punter for the Crusaders, standing back at his own 10-yard line. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first half in a 7-7 game.
Yeah, it looks like Perry's going to get pretty good field position here if they can field this punt.
Nice kick. Fielded at the 42-yard line to the 45 and to the 48-yard line. Nice return there by number 7, Vontae Armstrong. There's a timeout on the field. 7:40 to go in the first half. Central 7, Perry 7 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard.
How's your home? Safeguard knows, and you can too. Wherever you are, day or night, whatever you're doing, Safeguard Home Security is professionally monitoring your home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can check on your home from anywhere at any time on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. The Safeguard app makes it easy to put your mind at ease. Safeguard Security from MCTV. Your home is just fine.
For nearly 20 years, thousands of people have relied on SARTA for safe, affordable, reliable transportation.
People like Misty Williams, who's riding SARTA to a brighter future. Misty's a full-time student and mom who uses our fixed routes to get to school, pick up her son at daycare, and return home at the end of a very busy day.
School, shopping, Cleveland, Akron, the airport, for work or for play. People you know count on SARTA to meet their transportation needs. And we deliver.
SARTA, where can we take you today?
Back at Perry, the Panthers with a first down and 10 at their own 47-yard line after a Crusaders punt. On the carry is Coleman. Coleman with lots of running room into Central Catholic territory down near the 34-yard line, and a first down for the Panthers.
Well, you got to like the way Coleman approached that run. He was patient, allowed his guys out in front of him to block, and then cut off of him to get maximum yardage. Let's take a look at it right here. Right here, so it's a little hesitation. All right, I'm going to read it. If he passes his blockers, they can't help him. Got to stay behind your blockers. He did a nice job.
Vinny DeRuza with maybe a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yes, nobody behind him, was there?
Ball is at the 34-yard line. And the give is to Curtis, and Curtis is stacked up. And they'll maybe give him a yard to the 33, but not much more.
Well, the last few carries, they've done a good job of keying on Curtis.
Mark defensive tackle number 60, Cameron Johnson. We've mentioned his name a few times already.
Yeah, he's having a nice game.
He was in the middle of that.
One way to stop a big guy like that is get him before he gets ahead of steam up. Get down there around those legs.
Ball just shy of the 33. Second down and a long 9 as we are at the 6.5-minute mark here in the first half in a tie ball game. Leitner the carry. Leitner cuts inside the 30, cut down at the 27-yard line. Again, a nice open field tackle by Nick Ciacciola.
Well, we're calling tackles by defensive backs way more than Central would like.
That's
We'd
true.
like to have us calling the linebackers on the tackles, and those linemen are getting out on those backers, and that means the running backs getting into the secondary, and those little guys back there having to make a lot of hits.
Third down and 3 now. Ball at the 27-yard line of the Crusaders. A very quick-moving first half. Of course, you'll have that with these Panthers. It's Curtis. Breaks a tackle, has a steam, and he's going to take it to the 2 and into the end zone for a touchdown. Jared Curtis goes 27 yards for the score, and Perry up now 13-7. And we're going to nominate that run for Curtis as a Friends and Family Credit Union Rock Solid Play of the Game nominee. Here you see it, Mark.
Yeah, great blocking. He gets through the initial line of scrimmage. That's an arm tackle. And now you're not going to bring him down with one guy. Not at that point with that kind of momentum going. Nice run.
That touchdown run puts Perry up, and again is a nominee for our Friends and Family Credit Union Rock Solid Play of the Game. And we'll announce that play at the end of tonight's ball game. The extra point attempt is up and good by Cade Basham, and it's Perry 14 and Central 7 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. .540 remaining here in the first half. Hey, coming up this Saturday, the Ohio State Buckeyes are on the field at the Horseshoe in Columbus. The Buckeyes take on the visiting Oregon State Ball Club. The pregame starts at 10:30. The kickoff at noon on 1480 WHBC. Is it the Oregon State Beavers?
Yep.
Am I right on that?
Yep.
All right.
The big one's the Ducks, and these are the Beavers.
I was a little bit hesitant on that.
Yeah.
Ohio State
not very
football.
well known, are
Yeah, Ohio State football each and every week on 1480 WHBC. Now, for a look at that Perry scoring drive, here's Mark.
4 plays, took 2 minutes for him to go 53 yards, capped off by a 27-yard touchdown run by Curtis. The extra point by Basham was good. Puts Perry up 14-7. Curtis had 8 carries, 95 yards, and 2 touchdowns so far on the game.
Wow.
And we're only in the first half.
Basham ready to kick off now for the Panthers. Central Catholic will have a little more than 5.5 minutes to operate. Try to tie this one up before the half. Fielded at the 8. To the 15, to the 20. Good running room, 30. To the 40. Following blockers all the way out near midfield on the return is number 19, Nick Cianciola for the Crusaders. And they have great field position and plenty of time to try and knock this one up.
Well, congratulations to the special teams coach, because he just got a high school team.
We got a flag on the play.
On the far sideline. But what a great wall they had set up over here on their sideline. And Cianciola didn't get touched till he got outside the 45. And guess who made the tackle? The kicker. Basham. Caden Basham.
Well, that flag was a sideline warning on Perry. So the play will stand. Nice return by Cianciola.
Well, that's what Central needed. After giving up that score and going down, they needed something to pick them up a little bit, get right back out there and try to get a short drive for a touchdown.
Johnson has Miller to his left on first down. Now they'll put a man in motion. Fake the handoff, give to Miller. Miller straight ahead. Gets a couple of yards to the 49 of Perry. Miller gets up a little bit disgusted, Mark. I think he thought he was going to get a little bit more than that.
Well, you know, it's tough. He hasn't had many creases yet tonight. He's a hard runner. He gets what's there, but I think he's hoping to get more than a yard and a half.
At the 49-yard line after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. 2 receivers to each side. Johnson back, quick toss. Catch is made at the 45 and knocked down. Stallacre with the reception, and his forward progress near the 43-yard line. That's a pretty good pickup and a nice quick throw by Johnson.
Well, it sure was. The defense is off far enough that they're just giving up this hitch for 5 or 6 yards. That's a really nice open field tackle by Darren Vanist.
And now we've got a timeout.
They might be making them drink water.
Well,
it says officials timeout.
Okay.
It's a hot night. They might be giving them a break.
We're going to step aside as well. There's 4 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in the first half. It's Perry 14, Central Catholic 7 on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Back after these messages.
You can't tell your cold to wait? Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Get the app now.
tell your migraine to wait. Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Download the Altman Now app now.
Well, following an official timeout, Central Catholic will be faced with a 3rd down and 3 at the Perry, just inside the 44-yard line. How about these rushing yards, Mark?
Well, last week Perry rushed for 309 yards, and they're at 162 already before the first half is over. Perry hasn't attempted a pass yet. Thank you, Bob.
Not surprising. They're going to save him for the second half. Going to come out and throw on every down.
That's going to be close for a first down.
Yes,
good push by Miller up inside.
Yeah, Miller takes it to the 41, and let's see where the spot is. It's going to be close.
You know, one of the guys that Central has coming back up front is that big center, Logan Barnes, number 75. And seems like when they really need a couple of yards, they take it right behind him.
Well, we're going to get a measurement. Ball is marked just shy of the 41-yard line, so they're going to bring the chain gang out there with 4:18 to go in the first half. Don't forget, at halftime, the Malone University halftime show featuring both bands and hosted by our Frank Salona. That is enough for a first down for the Crusaders. So they convert on the 3rd down, and they'll keep the ball with 4:18 to go in the half.
Well, they would love to take it down in and score and not leave Perry a whole lot of time left on that clock. That gets them into the locker room in a tie game. That would be best case scenario for Central.
14-7, the Panthers on top. Johnson, quick toss to the 40, to the 37, out of bounds. On the reception, Cienciola.
Quick screen into the sideline and out blocking in front. Joe Roth, the other receiver. And that's a very difficult block because you have to hold that thing. It seems like forever because you're on the DB right away, and then they got to throw it, they got to catch it, they got to get upfield. And it's a skill guy you're blocking, not a big old guy that doesn't move well. That was a great job by Joe Roth.
That's a pickup of 4. So 2nd and 6 at the 37. Johnson back, pumps, looks left. Puts the ball in the air, has a man open and broken up at the last minute, but there's going to be a penalty flag coming in on the defensive back.
Well, it was a really nice decision by number 34, Alex Stolnaker, because he had run a short route. Johnson didn't think he was open, so he turned and ran deep, kind of a scramble rule. Right now he's standing out there in the flat, but he took off and Johnson lays it up there just a little underthrown, but as you can see, the defender up into the face of the offensive player, and they're going to call that interference.
Yep.
I like it. That's well-coached wide receiver play right there.
There you go.
A lot of times they just stand out there and say, throw it to me, and the quarterback's saying, you're not open. There's the passing yards. And now that doesn't go down as passing yards, but you got a gain due to penalty off of the pass, so that means the pass game was effective on that play.
Well, the ball goes from the 37 now to the 22. It's a 1st down and 10 after the penalty. Crusaders with 28 passing yards here in the first half so far. 2 receivers to each side. Miller to the left of the quarterback, Johnson. 1st down and 10. Miller, and a tough yard to the 21, close to the 20. You could see Gavin Barnes, the defensive end, came crashing in and made a solid hit on Miller.
Yeah, it didn't look like they had enough guys to block him, did it?
No.
He was just sitting there waiting on Miller to come. Right there's what Dave just talked about. Good look at it.
Ball marked just shy of the 20. 2nd down, about 9.
And 4 downs to get it.
Yep. Good look at Gavin Barnes, a 6-foot, 190-pound senior for these Panthers at defensive end. Johnson back. Here comes pressure. Guns it over the middle. It's caught. Stolnaker down inside the 10 to the 6. It's going to be a 1st down and goal for the Crusaders.
You know, a lot of people think quarterback arm strength is determined on how far you can throw it. It's not. It's how can you zip the ones in that there's not much space. Look at that. And Scurry again in the backfield through a double team. Still got into the backfield and made Johnson move to his right just a step. Look at that. That is a bullet there.
Curtis made the tackle at the 6-yard line. Empty backfield for Johnson. First down and goal. Man in motion. Jet sweep. That's Cianciola. And he gets to about the 5. That's about it. That was a near fumble mark on
Yes,
that exchange.
I was thinking the same thing.
Watch.
That was a low snap.
This, yeah.
And look. Well, Johnson's probably wishing he didn't make the connection and he ran it up inside. He might have had a couple yards.
Not
That's good defense.
A good sign for the Crusaders here as Cianciola is limping off.
Yeah, he went down kind of odd, and that's not good. They need him. He plays both ways, does a nice job.
Yeah, we've called his name a lot, and if he cannot return, that's going to be a tough deal for the Crusaders. Second and goal, ball at the 5. Jet sweep again, the handoff to the 2. On the carry, Vinny DeRuza, the 5'9" junior. You know, these Crusaders are famous for their jet sweep. They have had guys in the last decade just do a great job with the jet sweep.
Well, DeRusa's quick. Nice cut up inside. He got what was there. That was well defensed.
Yeah, ball is at the 3-yard line. Third down and goal with 1.5 minutes left in the first half. Now everybody in close. Full house backfield.
Yeah, off the unbalanced line.
Miller to the end zone. He is shoved back at the 1-yard line. That's the mark on the spot.
Well, they ran behind all of the beef, and that was a good hard run by Miller, but credit that Perry defense because they stoned him right there at the goal line.
Yeah, nice job.
That's what I remember about Perry Stadium. That train going by.
Absolutely. Shaking the whole press box as it passes.
Well, now decision.
Clock continues to run. And Jeff Lendesmith is going to let it run down. 4th down and 1 is going to be the call. And there is the timeout taken by the Crusaders with 37.3 seconds left in the first half. We're going to keep it right here. I want to remind you that WHBCSports.com is all new. It's very cool. There's scores, there's stories, there's game replays, and much, much more. The best fan-powered website anywhere. You can get it on your phone, your laptop, or tablet. No app needed. Again, scores, school pages, videos, game replays, pictures, and more. Check it out. WHBCSports.com.
Well, one good sign, the Central Catholic trainer, athletic trainer, is running Cianciola up and down the sideline to make sure he's okay, and he runs good to me. Looks good to me.
That's a good sign for your Crusaders fans.
Yep. All right, well, Central's done one of the two things we talked about, and that is they've run the clock down. Perry's got almost no time to do anything with once they get the ball back. Now they want the other part, the more important part, and that is score. Looks like it's right at the 1-yard line.
Jeff Lendesmith right in the middle of that Crusader offensive huddle.
Well, they're at the 3. They ran power. You called it power I, unbalanced line to the right. They ran that way. Miller got a head of steam up and got 2 yards off of it. Can he get another one? Get it into that black end zone.
Here we go. At the 1-yard line, 4th down and goal. One receiver to the far right, Stallnaker.
Same formation.
Johnson gives it one to one of the upbacks, and he'll take it in. And that is number 14. That was Gunnar Eberhardt, one of the upbacks. Nice call.
It was a beautiful call. He went just the opposite of what he did before. Went out with the same formation on the hash. Everybody thinks he's coming to the camera. No, give it to the upback on a quick hitter before the linebackers can step up, and he slashes into the end zone.
Matt Kling is ready to attempt the extra point and tie it up right before the half. Kling's extra point is up, and it is good. How about that? 14-14 Perry and Central Catholic on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard with 34.1 seconds to go here in the half. Gunnar Eberhardt with a 1-yard touchdown run moments ago. And with the extra point, we've got a brand new ball game. How about that?
That was a great drive. They overcame a lot on that drive. Some tough situations, but they made it happen.
Hope you're enjoying our Alt Care TV Game of the Week presented by 1480 WHBC Sports. Dave Sheets, Mark Miller, sideline reporter Frank Salona, statistician Bob Jeffries, and our image video crew here tonight at Perry Stadium. What a setting. Big crowd here this evening. Week 2 high school football. And we're proud to bring it to you, WHBC, bringing you high school football for the 74th season.
Bob Jeffries says 10 plays. Took 5 minutes and 6 seconds. Total distance was 51 yards. Eberhard with a 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good, and we are all tied up at 14 apiece. Just 34.1 seconds to go in the half.
Central Catholic will have Michael Monastra, a freshman, kicking off. He kicked off the last time as well.
Will they kick it deep, or will they try to hit a hole, prevent a big return?
I'm going to say he's going to put it on the ground.
You are right.
Kind of in between.
They tried to hit a hole.
Hop, and that, of course, is a live ball picked up by Leitner. Leitner, good return out across the 20. All things considered, out to the 23-yard line. Xavier Leitner is a 5'8" senior on the return for the Panthers. Just under half a minute to go here in the first half. Perry with the football. We're tied at 14. There is Keith Wakefield, the longtime head coach. He's done an outstanding job for these Perry Panthers for years and years.
Phenomenal career. And then when he stepped away from Perry, he just went over to Mount Union and won a couple of national championships as the offensive line coach. That guy can coach.
At the 24-yard line. And the handoff. On the carry. That is Coleman. Well, Coleman with some good running there out across the 35.
Perry's got 2 timeouts. They get some more yardage on this. They took it right there.
Yep,
they took one of them.
Timeout.
There you go. Little play action. Fake it. Give it to the second guy. Look at the lineman out front working. Good gain.
Well, if you're a Central Catholic Crusaders fan, Cianciola is back on the field.
Hey, that's good news.
Yep.
You know, I've said a lot of times that the worst thing about high school sports is injury. You know, there's so many positives, and these kids just want to play. And when they get hurt, that you just feel bad for them. And that's like the Serpilla kid last year. His senior year, he gets hurt preseason, can't play. That is just a terrible thing.
Speaking of Cianciola, our Frank Salona has an update on that young man. Frank, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I talked to one of the trainers over here. They said that it was nothing serious. He just came over, got retaped up. He ran a little bit on the sidelines. They said, "You okay?" He said, "Yep." He went right back out on the field. So he's good to go.
Sounds good. Thanks, Frank.
Amazing what a little tape can do.
There you go. Hey, a reminder, our Alt Care TV Game of the Week, week number 3, we're going to be at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium as the McKinley Bulldogs will take on Woodson, D.C. out of our nation's capital. Woodson, D.C. and McKinley, our Alt Care TV Game of the Week in week 3. Derek Coleman also with a nice first half for the Panthers.
Yeah, they've got more than just the big fella back there. Those guys can all tote it. The problem is moving it around enough to give them all carries. They got Lemon, who I don't know that he's carried yet. He can run too.
Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns last week. And the give is to Coleman again. Same play. Coleman across the 40, out near the 44-yard line. Panthers will take another timeout.
So now here's something to consider. They got Caden Basham standing over there on the sideline. If he hit a 50-yarder in a summer camp, that means he kicked it from the 40. So they are on their own 44 right now. There's another look at the run, and it's just positive yardage.
Well, I think he would have had to kick it from the 33. right?
Yeah, he actually kicked it from the 40.
Oh,
You're right.
yeah.
The ball would have had to get to the 33.
Right.
So that's where I'm going.
Now,
they got another 18 yards to go yet before they can let him try a 50-yarder. So they got to get some yards on this play.
And is that their last timeout?
It is. They could read up there and spike it, or if they can run out of bounds. You know, in high school, it stops on a first down, so they're going to have to get more than 3 yards to get it stopped and run that guy out there real quick. So, yeah, there's a lot of ifs on this one for them to try to get a field goal off.
Well, following the timeout, 2nd down and 3. But again, the most important number is that 14.2 you see in the right-hand side of the scoreboard.
Yep. Let's see what they do. They might throw the ball to the sideline, you know, try to get 10 that way.
Here we go. Malone University halftime show coming up next, hosted by Frank Salona. You'll hear from both bands here tonight at halftime. Scurry going to throw for the first time tonight. Ball in the air, down the sideline, and nearly caught, but not able to hang on inside the 15-yard line. That was Trey Robinson, and it was so close.
That was a pretty nice throw. For not throwing the ball very much and not having your arm really loose, he put one right on the money.
Sure did.
Well defensed, but he dropped it right in there.
That was Vinny DeRuza on the coverage, and it wasn't bad.
No, it was good coverage. They might do the same thing again.
Well, you can see that Trey Robinson is a burner. Listed at 6'1", 150 pounds. He'll come out to the near side here.
Yeah, he's on this side now. Try to find somebody else.
Now this looks like they're just going to take a snap. And that's what happened. So the first half will run out. The first half is complete here at Perry Stadium on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Central 14, Perry 14. After this timeout, we're back with the Malone University halftime show. Stay with us.
Embarrassed to smile at family events? Unable to enjoy your favorite foods because of loose dentures? Haven't been to the dentist in a while because of fear? Get healthy at the Amison Dental Group at 3684 Dressler Road Northwest. Let us get you the smile you deserve. Call us at 330-452-2255. Mention WHBC when you call and receive a free take-home whitening kit, a $250 value. Amison Dental Group, where everyone deserves to smile.
Welcome to Friends and Family Credit Union, where we believe every member is a friend of the family.
Hi, I'm Nick Langenfeld, President and CEO of Friends and Family Credit Union. Friends and Family Credit Union provides loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. We provide financial needs in the most reasonable and cost-effective way. What are you waiting for? Stop in one of our locations today to become a friend of the family.
Y'all know it's football season. Around these parts, football season is barbecue season. If you want to score big on game day, make slow-smoked Old Carolina barbecue your go-to spot before, during, and after all the games. No need to cook on Friday. Meet before the game at Old Carolina. Or grab a party pack and host the ultimate college or pro football party. Featuring award-winning ribs, tender pulled pork, and jumbo smoked wings. We have options for all your pigskin pig-outs. Get more info at oldcarolina.com. Old Carolina Barbecue Company. Meet before the game.
Got a news tip? Email us at newstip@whbc.com. For everything WHBC, news, weather, and sports, personality blogs, and more, log on to WHBC.com.
And welcome back to our Malone University halftime show. It is the Central Catholic Marching Crusaders now on the field. Our Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard shows that we are tied at 14 at halftime. 27 members marching tonight for Director Allison DePanicus. Let's go out on the field and listen to the Marching Crusaders.
show features some South American flair and samba, written by Alonso and Russell in 1939.
We're listening to the Malone University halftime show. We'll take a timeout. Our Carolina scoreboard shows Perry Panthers 14 and Canton Central Catholic 14. We'll be back after these timeouts.
A reference to a watercolor painting.
To me, Malone is family. Come home. We're waiting for you. You're gonna love it here. Promise.
You're witnessing something very special. A medley of exhilaration, joy, and satisfaction experienced only at the Honda Summer Spectacular event. Getting a deal on the Honda CR-V with a standard rear-view camera is as delightful as it looks. But don't just witness this, my friends. Experience these great deals for yourself.
Exciting, I know.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda CR-V, Motor Trend's 2018 SUV of the Year.
1, ladies and gentlemen, 2. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I feel this is going to be a big day.
Life were only like this.
Wouldn't want to miss this.
Looking forward to it.
What's this all about?
This is very exciting.
So cool.
Beautiful.
Great.
Mind if I have a look? I'm delighted to be here.
Amen.
I am.
Oh, very groovy, very groovy.
Let's have some fun today.
I like it a lot. That's all there is to it.
I've heard a lot about you.
I've heard a lot about you, too.
And welcome back here to Perry Stadium. Our halftime score on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Perry 14 and Canton Central Catholic 14. Now the Perry Band entertaining out on the field, marching 180 under the direction of Ryan Smith. It is 8th grade band night tonight, and they are joined by the 8th grade band. Let's go out on the field and listen to the Perry Marching Panthers. Perry Panthers continue to perform out on the field. We'll take a timeout. Our halftime score, Perry 14 and Canton Central Catholic 14. We'll be back after these timeouts.
For nearly 20 years, thousands of people have relied on SARTA for safe, affordable, reliable transportation.
People like Misty Williams, who's riding SARTA to a brighter future. Misty's a full-time student and mom who uses our fixed routes to get to school, pick up her son at daycare, and return home at the end of a very busy day.
School, shopping, Cleveland, Akron, the airport, for work or for play. People you know count on SARTA to meet their transportation needs. And we deliver.
SARTA, where can we take you today?
To me, Malone is family. Come home. We're waiting for you. You're going to love it here. Promise.
The Roadman and JT team up for a lively take on sports. It's a whole new attitude. Afternoons from 3 till 7. Weekdays on News Talk 1480 WHBC and online at WHBC.com.
Back at Perry High School as we are moments away from the start of the second half on the Old Carolina Barbecue scoreboard. Central 14, Perry 14. Let's take a look at the halftime numbers, and to do that, our Mark Miller. Mark.
Well, there you can see the rushing. Perry 181, Central 69. No surprise there. Passing yards not much of a surprise either. Perry's thrown only one pass. First downs pretty close. Each had one turnover on their first possessions. Penalties, a couple of those penalties from Perry cost them. Of course, Central had a touchdown called back because of a penalty. Individual stats, rushing the ball, Jaron Curtis from Perry has 95 yards. Coleman, a good compliment, has 58. For Central, Dylan Johnson's 5 out of 10 for 43. Chase Miller has 41 yards, and Alex Stolnecker has 3 catches for 26 yards.
Our halftime stats brought to you by Malone University. As we continue now, let's take a look at our first half highlights. Had quite a few turnovers early on, Mark.
Yeah, it was a turnover fest to begin with. Right there's a tip ball for an interception, and Perry was in business.
And then moments later, it was Perry with a fumble and a 77-yard fumble recovery and return by Corlin Armour-Smith of the Crusaders.
Yeah, this turnover was worse because they scored on the end of it.
Yeah. That came with 9:05 in the first quarter, gave Central a 7-0 lead. Perry would come back, an 80-yard drive capped by that 5-yard touchdown run by Curtis. Tied it at 7. Perry takes the lead. Curtis again, 27 yards out with 5:40 to go in the first half. Gave Perry a 14-7 lead. And then the Crusaders would march 51 yards and score with 34 seconds.